Picture this. You're walking onto a dealership lot, breathing in that deeply artificial new car smell, and right there in the front row is a line of shiny late model cars. And each one is proudly wearing a certified pre-owned badge. It feels like the ultimate safe bet, doesn't it? It sounds incredibly official. I mean, you're getting the discount of a used car with what feels like the factory-backed peace of mind of a brand new one. But here's the thing. That shiny CPO badge might actually be masking some hidden risks right there on the lot. So today, we're cutting through the marketing and breaking down the actual facts behind that label. So, are certified pre-owned cars really safer and more reliable than just your standard used car? It's a question basically every cautious buyer wrestles with. And honestly, it's a completely valid anxiety to have. You're sitting there feeling pressured by all this slick dealership marketing, but at the end of the day, you just want real, verifiable peace of mind. Well, the central mystery we're unraveling in this explainer is figuring out exactly what that CPO badge guarantees, and far more importantly, what it completely leaves out. Because there is a massive contrast between our expectations and reality here. On one side, we're basically trained to expect a CPO car to mean a flawless, factory-backed vehicle that went through some microscopic, perfect inspection. Just pure peace of mind, right? But the gritty reality? CPO programs actually vary wildly from brand to brand. That means missed issues, significantly shorter warranties, especially on the older models, and a pretty hefty price premium that just doesn't always deliver on its promises. So, if you take nothing else away from this, here is the quick verdict. You still have to inspect carefully. A CPO badge is not some magic invisible shield against mechanical failure. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely helpful, but it is never a full guarantee. Taking tiny, repeated verification steps on your own end is really the only way to build true buyer confidence. You really need to treat a CPO car just like you would any other used car.
Okay, let's peel back the layers of this onion, starting with layer 1, hidden inspection limits.
You know, hearing about a 150-point or a 200-point inspection sounds absolutely fantastic on paper. But think about the reality of a busy dealership service center. These technicians are on incredibly strict time limits, and things just naturally slip through the cracks. We are talking about stuff like mismatched tires, subtle body dents, hidden mechanical leaks, or worn brakes that just barely scrape by the minimum passing grade. You simply cannot assume the dealership caught every single thing just because they handed you a nicely printed checklist. If you don't trust your own eyes, you might literally be driving off the lot with someone else's expensive headache. And all of that brings us to a very specific and highly important number, 70,000. Keep this in the back of your mind, because this is the crucial mileage threshold where CPO standards often become, well, dangerously relaxed. See, older CPO vehicles, specifically those in the 7 to 10-year-old range, or those that are cresting that 70,000-mile mark, they just do not receive the same strict scrutiny as a pristine 3-year-old lease return. Dealerships know these cars have more wear and tear. And the crazy part is, the manufacturer's certification rules actually loosen up just to allow these older cars into the program. So you're getting an older, much more worn vehicle, but you are still paying top dollar for the prestige of that CPO badge. Which leads us right into layer 2, minding the warranty gaps. This is arguably the second biggest trap for buyers. You naturally assume you're getting full factory protection, but powertrain warranties often fall off an absolute cliff for second owners. When the car is brand new, it has robust coverage, but the very second it transfers to a CPO buyer, boom, that original 10-year warranty might instantly shrink down to just a couple of years. What feels like a cozy bumper-to-bumper safety net usually has massive, incredibly expensive gaps hiding right there in the fine print. Now, if you are currently eyeing a Hyundai, a Kia, a Genesis, or a Mitsubishi, please listen up. While these brands are famous for their incredible 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranties for the very first owner, that extended coverage frequently does not fully transfer over to the CPO buyer. It drops way back to a much, much shorter timeline. So what is the major takeaway here? You have got to build the vital micro-habit of actually reading the warranty documents. Seriously, read the fine print. Actually, scratch that. Scrutinize the fine print. What you assume is long-term protection might literally only last a single year, and it might even come with surprise deductibles every single time you visit the shop. Never, ever assume the warranty is comprehensive until you have personally verified it, line by line. All right, let's look at layer 3, the CPO price premium. Let's talk dollars and cents for a second. You are paying a markup, sometimes thousands of dollars extra, just for that CPO label.
Now, dealerships justify this by pointing to the inspection and the warranty. But if that car happens to have a hidden issue that slipped past a rushed inspection, and that issue falls into one of those warranty gaps we just talked about, you get hit with a massive, unexpected repair bill. And that bill completely wipes out any financial value you thought you were getting from paying that upfront premium. So you paid more for safety, and you still ended up paying out of pocket for repairs.
It really all boils down to this. Premium does not mean perfect. It's so incredibly important to internalize this before you go shopping. Paying more upfront for a certified badge absolutely does not guarantee a flawless, unbreakable vehicle. It's a helpful tool, for sure, but it is in no way a substitute for common sense and your own due diligence.
So let's talk about the toolkit, your buyer protection checklist.
How do we actually fix this? Let's shift from looking at the problem to empowering you with real solutions. These are the tiny, systematic, repeated actions that build genuine confidence. Step 1. Always get an independent mechanic to do a pre-purchase inspection, a PPI. Do not rely solely on the dealer's mechanic. Step 2. Review the full service history yourself. Step 3. Run a report and check for open safety recalls. Step 4. Take a careful, highly focused test drive. Turn the radio completely off and just listen to the car. And finally, Step 5. Verify those exact warranty terms yourself. These 5 steps are your absolute best defense.
To help you out even further, here is the ultimate sweet spot for buying a CPO car. If you want the safer choice, look for vehicles that are under 6 years old and have under 70,000 miles. This is where the manufacturer's standards are usually the strictest and the warranties are genuinely the strongest. The riskier choice is gambling on CPOs that are 7 to 10 years old or have over 70,000 miles on the dash. Because at that point, like we covered, the standards are looser, the warranties are much shorter, and honestly, the badge just means a lot less.
And here is your ultimate consumer protection advice. It is literally the most powerful tool you possess. If anything feels off, just walk away. If the dealer won't let your mechanic inspect it, walk away. If the service history is mysteriously missing, walk away. If the facts just don't match the label, you have to be fully prepared to walk right out the door. Believe me, there is always another car. To bring this all together, just remember this grounding summary. The CPO label helps, but it is not a guarantee. Protect yourself first. That perfectly balances the very real value a CPO program can offer with the absolute, non-negotiable necessity of doing your own independent verification. Just approach these cars with your eyes wide open. I'll leave you with this final, crucial question to chew on before your next dealership visit. What will your independent mechanic find beneath the badge? Because until that car is up on a lift, being looked at by someone who works exclusively for you, that CPO label is really just a fancy sticker. Take the extra steps, read the details, and make sure your next purchase is truly a safe one. Thanks so much